previous videos, we have discussed about various unethical practice in the research field. Now let us talk about one of the consequences due to unethical practice, which is the retractions of articles. It means that an article is being withdrawn from the publications after being published. That means the unethical practice has been identified after the publications of the paper. And as an effort to discourage this unethical practice, normally the publishers will choose to retract the articles. One may feel that wanting to try the luck publishing the research work without abiding to the professionals and ethical conducts, he may feel that the worst case scenario is the articles is being removed from the publications and it will do no harm to the person. This is not entirely true, as the paper has been published, and when the publishers have decided to retract the articles, normally there will be records. The status of the articles will be clearly stated as retracted articles, and the names of the authors will also be clearly indicated. That means in the research field, we can still trace the authors of the retracted papers. This in some way will spoil the reputations of the scholar who intend to stay active in the academic field. Therefore, by all means, we should try to avoid the unethical practice while doing the research or publishing the papers. Now let us look at how do we identify the retracted articles. Normally, the term retracted will appear in front of the title. For example, retracted and then followed by the title. Then, the cause of the retractions will be given by the journals, which is normally on basis of proper investigations and good evidence and justifiable reasons for the retraction. The details of the papers will be traceable. This includes the authors, affiliations, journals, and etc. For some journals, the papers are still downloadable. It is either by watermark or simply state the reasons of retractions. As you can see, when it comes to the retractions of the articles, it is quite a big deal in the research community. The journals will have to make careful investigations, supported with good evidence, and give proper justifications of retraction. And everyone in the world who happens to come across with the paper will be able to know the status of the paper being retracted and what is the cause of retraction. There are several ways of calling for the retractions of articles. This include the request by the authors, decided by chief editors or the publisher, or receive the complaint by the research community. Bear in mind that when you encounter the retracted papers, it is not necessarily due to unethical conducts, although we know that most of the cases is related to unethical conducts. Therefore, as a matured researcher, we try not to penalize anybody on this, and if you want to know the reason of the retractions, you may refer to the statement given by the journals stating the cause of the retractions. It is worth mentioning that the retracted papers to some degree can impact one's portfolio and reputations in the academic communities, both at the individuals and the institutional levels. And you know that there are websites and tools for us to trace the portfolio of a researcher. For example, Google Citations, where if you wish to find the list of the publications of a researcher, The retracted papers will also appear in their portfolios. You may try searching from the internet, and you might encounter some of the researchers have quite a number of lists of the paper being retracted. That means this person is a common offender for unethical practice in the research communities.